Susan compared me to a FNAF jump scare once. So now every time I do one of these freak out episodes, you're going to get a FNAF jump scare. That is not FNAF, it's actually me mimicking the FNAF jump scares. I wasn't originally going to do another one of these episodes this season, but because Susan has had quite a few freakouts since the last freakout episode, I decided to end this season for her with a freakout episode. I was a little confused, though, when I was doing my research on Susan's freakouts because her playlist for Season 1 listed 31 episodes. Now, I knew there was going to be an extra episode because of the Creator's Special. But I thought, this episode that I'm currently filming / you guys are watching was going to be the 31st episode. But no, it's going to be the 32nd episode. The creator posted a behind-the-scenes / blooper episode, which was really, really a mindfuck to watch. Because we're seeing it from her point of view filming us. Like, for instance, the episode where I decided to cut my hair and then realized in horror that me cutting my hair shortened Susan's hair as well, and I was worried she was going to, flip out on me, so I teleported downstairs. For the creator's point of view, she just stepped out of the shot. It was weird. It was a mindfuck watching it, and apparently the old web series had behind-the-scenes stuff too. I don't really watch the old web series for personal reasons, but Susan has been watching it from time to time to, I don't know why she's been watching it. I guess she likes it. But yes, she had said that yes, the old web series had behind the scenes stuff, and it's like, okay, yes. So yes, I guess there's going to be 32 episodes this season, and this will be the final episode of the first season, so yay. Okay, let's not waste any time. You guys came here for the freakouts, so you shall get the freakouts. Here is the number 5 spot on this freakout list. Now keep in mind, this is my own personal freakout list. If you guys don't agree, that is fine and dandy. Just be respectful, okay? Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I think Meg has feelings for me. How am I going to handle this delicate situation? Oh, I know, I'll just cop a fail. What the bloody hell?
I think my reaction would have been, what the fuck? But what the bloody hell is probably the British equivalent to what the fuck. So yes, fanfic in question was one about me and Sue. It wasn't the worst one written about us. But it was definitely cringy and weird, and this scene was especially weird, because in the fanfic, as Susan said, her character decided to grab my character's boob and then ask my character, how long have you had feelings for me for? So yes, what the fuck / what the bloody hell indeed. Yeah. Yes. The reason why Susan had to review this fanfic in particular was because she got a bit sassy with the creator after she discovered, okay, you know what, I need to say this now. I know that Susan's watching this, so Susan, I'm going to say this to you now. Please stop oversharing personal stuff about us to the viewers. The viewers do not need to know about the bruise on my ass. Okay, thank you, honey. I'm so glad we had this conversation. Anyway, Susan got sassy with the creator, so the creator's like, guess what? You have to read the story about you and Meg. So, again, this wasn't the worst story written about us. It wasn't on the same caliber as Milo Kitty or those god-awful spanking fanfics, but it was still a weird fanfic, to say the least, and Susan's reaction to it was rather appropriate. So, we're now going to take a look at the number 4 spot on this list, and I'm just going to warn you now, this one technically isn't a freak out, but I included it as a freak out, and I will explain to you guys why I did after you watch it. So, here you go. And that's how the chapter ends. I've never watched the Golden Girls. So can someone please tell me, do they have magical powers like this in the Golden Girls? No, they don't. I didn't think so. I considered this a freak out because it was kind of like a loss of words, silent freak out. It was, Susan's just trying to compose a response to the weirdness that she just read, and then she just can't because the story was just so weird and nonsensical, and this final blob of text paragraph of the story was just so out there that you're kind of like, did I really just read that? Did I really just read that? It might not be technically a freak out, but I felt like it was a freak out. A calm freak out, but a freak out to say the least. That's just my opinion. I liked it. It got me to laugh. It got me to chuckle. So, right. Let's take a look at the number 3 spot on this list.
She whinnies like a horse and slaps her open crotch on the backstage floor. One guy crouches on the floor and inserts himself missionary. Blanche cows in ecstasy. The other guy starts to pay all over Blanche's face as she...
Word of advice. If you're watching a video called Golden Showers, Make Mayflowers, don't be eating anything while watching said video. I made the mistake of doing so. But yes, Susan falling out of the chair. I don't think I ever fell out of the chair when I did the web series. Oh, well, I did, but not because of me freaking out. It was because of... yes. So, Susan falling out of the chair was pretty funny, and her just freaking out over what she just read. Like, you can see it on her face as the moment she comprehends what's going on in the story, and that's when she, freaks out and falls out of the chair. It was pretty damn funny. It was pretty damn funny. It had me chuckling pretty hard when I saw that, because I don't think I ever fell out of the chair in my series. I had plenty of yelling moments. I had moments where I would get out of the chair and then you'd hear me screaming in the background, but never falling out of the chair. All right, let's take a look at the number 2 spot on this list.
This was me in the last episode. Oh, this Eurocat story wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. Maybe I'll look at his other stories. Meanwhile, the creator... Oh, really? Oh, would you look at that? They wrote a SpongeBob SquarePants fanfic that has comics mixed influences. Hey, Susan, guess what? You have to redo it!
It was this very moment that I realized that Susan can, in fact, have her voice go very high-pitched. I think it can even go higher than my voice now, but damn. Oh my god, yes. The creator, this was before the creator changed the rules, but I think she did this because Susan made the mistake of saying that the last Eurocat fanfic that she reviewed wasn't that bad, so the creator decided to be a frickin' smartass and make her read this. Ugh. Again, this is a fanfic that you should not be eating while reading or watching a review of, because it was gross. It was super gross. I would say Susan's SpongeBob impression, she needs to tone down the pitch a bit. Her Squidward was decent, and I thought her Patrick was decent. I'm not really sure about her Sandy, because I haven't seen SpongeBob in years, but it sounded okay. She's been getting better at the voice acting. But yes, her freak out at the beginning of this episode was very, very appropriate. She kind of had freakouts throughout the episode, but not really. There weren't any significant enough for me to consider to be part of this list, so that's why I didn't. But obviously her opening bit definitely warranted to be part of this freakout list. Alright, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, my number 1 pick for Susan's top freakout for the second part of this season. Here it is. Okay, if there were plus sides to this story, practically perfect spelling and grammar. How many of you were wearing earbuds when you watched this episode? I was. You see, I like to catch up on Susan's web show when I'm at work, while I'm, loading up milk in our dairy cooler at work. Have something to listen to. And because of the vents up above, you can't really hear if it's just a normal video, so I wear earbuds. And yes, I almost dropped a gallon of milk when Susan did this scream. Thankfully, I didn't drop it, because that would have been bad. Although this webcam is better than the old webcam in both, video and sound quality, it still doesn't handle loud screaming that well, and it does still do a number in your ears if you're wearing earbuds. So on Susan's behalf, I do apologize if that made you guys deaf. I'm trying to relearn how to use Adobe Premiere, and when I learn how to do Adobe Premiere, I'm going to see if I can either teach Susan how to use it, or I'll just edit Susan's videos for her. So then that way, we can probably mess around with the sound quality and turn that down so it's not making people deaf. But aside from it being deafening, I felt like this was the top freak out, because even though the other one before this one, I would say technically was funnier, just the abruptness of this one just is what made it so funny. And Susan had quite a few freakouts in this episode, aside from this one that also involved her yelling. I was tempted to include one of those, but I felt like it would be repetitive if I did, so I went with this one instead. And what caused this freakout was not the bad story. It was the fact that Susan said that the only good thing about this fanfic was that it was practically perfect when it came to spelling and grammar. And then she just grins at the camera and then screams. It was great. It was great. Susan has done a really good job as the new fanfic critic, I feel. Her freakouts, I would say, are on caliber with mine, and some of them are even better than mine. And, I feel like she composes herself way better than I used to do, so yes. If you guys liked today's episode, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Sue would greatly appreciate it. Also, be sure to check out the Manic Expression YouTube channel. Susan will also be posting the web series on that channel as well. And aside from Susan, there's plenty of other YouTubers on Manic Expression that you guys would probably like. So if you haven't checked out Manic Expression and subscribed to them yet, please do. They would greatly appreciate it.